We have this series of ecological symposia in order to create sensitivity and an awareness among our own faithful, but not only. This is a real concern of the Church, as it is of the, and must be, a concern of all of the humankind, human beings, because we see every day more and more the dangers and the threats of climate change, of pollution, and so on. And we have to create this awareness and sensitivity so that at least our children and grandchildren may live in a more human, more beautiful, more clean world. Usually we speak about the education of our children and good food of our children, but what about the air that they breathe and the water they drink now and tomorrow and after tomorrow? We have to think of the coming generations, the posterity. This is a duty of the Church, and that is why the Ecumenical Patriarchate initiated this symposia and environmental activity. Now, I came to the United States not only for this symposium, but in order to visit and to bless our faithful here under the Ecumenical Patriarchate, who are almost 2 million. And generally speaking, all the Orthodox living in the United States, who are about 5 million. In fact, the other day we met with the archbishops and the metropolitans leading these Orthodox groups, Orthodox churches in the States, and we try to have mutual understanding and a fruitful cooperation in order to give positive, good, nice Christian witness to the American community and to strengthen in faith our own faithful.
My understanding is that somewhere between 250 and 300 million members of the Orthodox Church.
Yes, throughout the world.
Okay, throughout the world. I think it was Al Gore, but it may have been someone else who first called you the Green Patriarch. You accept that?
Thank you. It's an honor for me. It is recognition, if you like, of our humble environmental activities. It is good for more general spreading out of this environmental message.
Your message is spiritual, that it is a spiritual responsibility.
It is.
Of the Church and its leaders.
It is. I used
to connect to the planet a spirituality.
I used to say that the ecological problem is not merely an economic or a political problem. It is mainly a spiritual and ethical question, because it shows our relation not only to God or with God, but also our relations, God who is the creator of everything according to our faith, but also our relation to His creation, because creation as the creation of God is also sacred, and we have to respect it and to protect it according to the order of the first book of the Old Testament, and simply to use it and not to abuse it, thinking of the coming generations who must share the same treasures, the same resources of the planet as we do today.
So how do you plan to use your influence to make a difference?
Mainly, as I said, through creating consciousness
Right.
of our responsibility for respect and protection of the natural environment, the planet, of which we are simply stewards and not owners.
All right. You also have interesting ideas about the global economy.
Well,
Give us your economic.
we live and we experience world economic crisis, all of us.
Yes.
But in the last analysis, this economic crisis is a crisis of values and priorities. If there goes to be more social justice, more human approach to poverty, more love in the Christian.
So you ask economic leaders and business leaders not to forget the fact that we have two largest segment of the population that are poor,
and the rich, and we have to re-establish the balance.
What would you have them do?
His Holiness the Pope, in one of his messages of the first day of the new year, which is always a message on the day of peace, as it is declared, proclaimed by the Church of Rome, said that if we don't have social justice, we cannot obtain permanent peace around the globe. So we have to understand the problems of the so-called third world or any poor fellow human being, and to be of help. Of course, this is mainly the job of politicians, of leaders of great financial organizations. The only message that people of religion, like myself, could give to the world community is to respect everybody, all human beings, as created at the image and likeness of God, and to be of help. Jesus Christ said that whatever you do for my smallest, poorest people, brothers, you are doing to me. So he, the Lord, identifies himself with those people. And whatever we do for them, we do for Christ. You can realize our great responsibility in this context.
Have we forgotten that, you think, as a society?
Unfortunately, yes. And we have to rebuild a more just or world community. The word is not just, but I can't find the other. Fair.
Exactly.
Fair.
Yes, fair. So the sense of looking at this global economic crisis that we are just beginning to recover from, that was fueled by economic success in part. I mean, you admonish all leaders to think of those least among us who have not benefited, and as we understand the benefit